Okay, so I decided to record my attempts to optimize this for that 19 command target for the efficiency challenge, the optimization challenge. I did find out a way to improve my step count. I brought it down from 98 to 93 by moving the inbox and copy to num to the very beginning of the initialization section instead of having it at the end there. So that saves me an additional 5 steps. But I know that in order to get my command count down to 19, I'm going to have to lose that efficiency in the steps, because those are going to have to go up as I do additional validation against the entirety of the sequence instead of just the latter numbers out to the initial 3. So what I'm going to try and do is remove the output section entirely and have it go straight into advancing and validating the sequence without too much complexity from the fact that you have two similar numbers. You have the sequence of 1 and 1 before you advance to 2. And I might be overthinking the math on this, but I just want to have... Yeah, I am overthinking it. Let me go ahead and try removing this output section entirely and going straight into the validation and advancement. So I pretty much want to move advancement after validation, because we're going to go straight there. So we'll reduce that as well. I regret everything immediately. Add A, copy to B, so yeah. Oh, so that's where the Okay. So if I did that right, initialize, copy the number, initialize the sequence. So we're going to have copy from 0, copy to A, have the number A, add A, and we're going to lose that step there as well, because we're going to have 1 and 1. This should work. Alright, so at the end of the initialization, we'll have 1 in A and 1 in B, instead of 1 and 2. I'm still at 22 steps, though. Okay, bump A, so we now have 1 there, and 1 there. If we start validating, we already know all that's good. So now we have 1, adding A, so that's going to raise it to 2, copy that to A. Then we're going to add raise it to 3. So how can I get this down 3 more steps? Probably has to do with this advanced sequence. Although this is still pretty beefy now too. So what I could try doing... if I reverse the sequence, if we know B is not bigger, no, that's still going to add more steps, though. My logic was that, well, if we check the second number and we know that it's not bigger than the target number, then we know that the lower number isn't bigger either. So what if I initialized more of the sequence? So we have A, we have B, add A, copy this. This is going to add more. This is going to add more validation checks. We don't. Do we want less? Copy to A, bump A. So now we start with 1. Subtract A, if not, if negative, we restart the... Otherwise, we copy A, outbox. That's the entirety of the validation sequence. And we... No, we still need to remember the previous number. But I think this is right. I think we only need to validate one number at a time. But we do need two numbers in the sequence. Alright, bump A. Add A, copy to B. So we have our initial number and we have our current number. So now, I'm losing myself here. Alright, so when we initialize, we grab the number, copy it to the number of space, copy from 0, copy to A, uptick it to 1, add it to itself so we have the first three numbers again. See, but that's the key. I have to make sure that I'm sending those first... I'm sending A to the output twice. Alright, so we have the first three numbers there. Validating, we're copying against A. So when we're advancing, we're copying from A. We're adding B, copying to A. No, I still need validation against the two numbers altogether. So I need to copy from B, add A, copy to A, add B, copy to B. So I'm right back where I started. Okay, so we've got an extra step left. No, we don't. Okay, if we're always validating against A, copying from B, adding that to A. Okay, so if we have 1 and 2 in those first sequences, and we're going to... Okay, so let's say we output. We just automatically output that first number. No, then the rest of this doesn't work. Because once I output it, it's not in my hands anymore, and then the rest of the logic breaks. What am I missing here? I feel like I'm very close, but that could mean anything. All right. Grab the number from the inbox, copy it to the num space. Copy is from 0 to initialize the sequence. Bump it up to 1. Add 1. Because when we bump it up, we have 1 in our hands at that point. Add 1, we have 2. Copy that to B. Okay, so we've taken 1 and output that to we take B, which is 2, add A, making it 3, copy to A. So we've already skipped 2 in that step. How do I get this down to 19? I have to keep track of the previous number that I'm validating from. So now I have 2. B. This will go through the sequence for the number 1, and it'll output. See, I need to I don't know. sub A. If it's negative, then we're restarting. Otherwise, we copy from A, so we're carrying over the 1 and outputting it. Is there any other logic I can use with the Fibonacci sequence? By definition, there's really not. So we've outputted 1. Now we need to output 1 again, and then 2, and 3. I liked the way I had it before. So I have to pre-wire that first one, don't I? If I have 1 and 1, so if I got to bump it up first. Then copy to A. Now I've got 1 and 1 in both. Yeah. Okay, so now I've got 1 and 1 in both fields, right? Copy from num, subtract A. That's going to be positive. So we're going to copy from A and output it. Now we're going to copy from B, add A, copy to A. So now we've got 2 in A, and the previous number is in B. Okay, so copy from B, we've got 1 there. Adding it to A, that gives us 2. Copying that to A, so now we've got 2 and 1. Jumping to validate. Copy from num sub A. Actually, no, because we still need to add 1 first. So we've got 1 and 1. So we've got 1 and 1 here, right? We're going to output 1. So then we're copying num, subtracting A. Copying from B. Adding to A. That gives us 2. Copying. Now the only thing we're missing here is a way to iterate B post the initialization so that it's always carrying the previous number. So yeah, I think I can do that here. But then we don't want... Okay, so at this point we have 1 and 1. We've spent A, so now we want to do B. So that's what we're doing. We're going with the second number. Jump of negative, copy from B, submitting that. That's still going to be 1 at this point. Now we're copying from B. Okay, my brain was backwards. Copying from B, adding A. That will raise that from 1 to 2. I'm going to copy that to B. No, that still doesn't work. We have to initialize both A and B. So we're copying from B, adding A. We need to copy that to A. Then add B. And copy that to B. So that means we're back to where we started because A has the next number we need. Well, let's think it through. 1 and 1, we've output 1. Output the other one. 1 plus 1 is 2. If we copy that to B, and then repeat the sequence, now we've got 2 in B and 1 in A. I can't shuffle. Check this. So move it here. Count from 0. Pump it up. Now we're going to compare. Okay, so now we have 2. Put that in A. So it is continuing the sequence, but where I get lost is here. So now I need to subtract A. Bump B, that gets it to 1. Copy to A. Just the start of the sequence. If I could do just like one more step. I'm missing something very elegant here. From B. Wait, did I change that? I did change that, didn't I? 19 commands. You're killing me, Smalls. So we're taking B, adding A, copy that to B, subtract A, copy that to A, Okay, so that works. But for how long? So we're still only validating against one of the two pairs, but we're still maintaining visibility to the current and the previous number in the sequence, so we can always advance. And it looks like we did it in 18 commands instead of 19. So I don't know what's up with that. Alright. That was crazy. Whoa, still did within the speed challenge. Alright. Well, I'm satisfied with that. It took me probably a lot longer than it should have to figure that out. But I kept thinking about that 19th step and not about... well, I don't know. I just didn't have the optimization there because I was doing the mathematics for the sequence in the wrong order. I should have been going top down instead of bottom up. Alright. Well, I'm glad I figured it out. I don't know if this was interesting at all for you guys, so like it if you like it. Dislike it if you don't. Thanks for watching.